Okay, it's recording. Yay! Of course. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Nimbus podcast. I am your lovely host, not your average crow, and with my cool boy, swagger boy, animatic, right here as my co-host.
Hello there, my name is Animatic. You better remember that name.
Ladies, he's single. Ooh. God damn it. Well, I hope, actually, I really hope that it pays off.
Yes, I'm working quite hard.
So, I was thinking about touching a topic we kind of a bit discussed before, but I want to go like full
Oh, you want to touch a
full
child?
depth.
I don't recommend it.
Why you have to ruin it every fucking time? Every fucking
Okay,
time.
so we have a list. So ruin the start of a podcast. Check. Okay, what what else we got?
No, we. If you want the full list is this. I already broken it. I broken the chain of the starts from before. Usually it's this big PP.
Today I am your main big PP host, Animatic.
Dabs.
So let's start us off with the dab. Hello, everybody.
What else? Fucking yeah, bunch of cringe.
Better remember that name.
And I tried to avoid it as much as possible because I swear to God, every episode starts that way, and it's so fucking frustrating. But okay.
Oh man.
Anyways.
And it can't be coincidence that I'm responsible for most of that.
I mean, I'm also to blame for indulging in them, but fuck it.
Anyway, okay, let's just go back. You want to touch children? Explain why. No, come back. No.
You know what the worst part is? This cable is not letting me escape.
You're bound, boy. You're bound.
I'm
Your
bound to
contract,
the
you're
shit,
obligated.
but I can do this.
Oh no, he disappeared. Oh, fine. And we never
wait. Kono Dio! Yeah, bunch of cringe. Kono Dio. Okay, anyways, enough of that. I was thinking about the topic in general that we scratched like by talking piracy. Piracy, and like, honestly, is it wrong? Is it good? What
Yes.
are the positives? What are the negatives? Yeah,
Okay.
mostly,
So
but it's
this
a
is-
big touchy subject. I think it's not
Yes.
talked about enough, to be
And
honest.
honestly, we can. If you ask me, I don't know if you have prepared any more topics, but I think we can
Oh.
stretch it to another full episode because
Yeah.
it's quite interesting. So piracy.
I would say if there wasn't if pirating didn't exist, I don't know where the fuck I would be or what the fuck I would be doing now. I can't
Yeah,
imagine my
because-
life without it.
Yeah, definitely.
Not
because
as much now. Like I think it. I haven't for real is pirating anything seriously in a long time. That's the thing.
basically, you admitted that you're pirated.
I will
Get 'em,
admit,
boys.
Get him, and I just the fucking
Bust out the door.
fucking shit.
So no, but that's true because okay, so like I surrender.
I surrender.
But no, because so is piracy good? Honestly, it's a big gray area because you can make a solid case that it's not good because people are not basically people are stealing like software and whatever. That's like money that people. That's basically taking money from people. But when you have piracy, especially like even in Croatia, which the living standards is lower, not everybody has money to spend on every single new game. So what that does is gives you a game, or at least only a single player most of the time, and it makes a fan, and that fan will eventually, like us. I know that you buy a lot of games. I also buy games. I honestly can't. Before I would be like, oh, pirate and play. But now I can finish, or I can play test it out like a demo to see if it runs on my PC. but I can't complete it unless it's bought. You feel
Okay,
me?
so I think we'll do it like this. So first, like that, what you just touched there, I think we should talk about how it like affected us personally, what we see it doing like in the industry as well, like in general, what are the positives and what are the negatives. So like we said before, I would be the same. So honestly, I pirated so many like games, but if you look at my Steam now, so let's take it back even like 3 to 4 years ago. I think I would have only like about 30 to 20 games on my Steam. You know what the number is now? 500.
Oh man.
And that's like the games I pirated and played before, I bought them now. For that reason, to support the devs, but also to like have it, because it's a different feeling when you have it and when you get those achievements and stuff.
It hits different. I don't know. I think the main thing for me is because I know that I know you can like pirate games and put your save data in like OneDrive on Windows or whatever, but it's so convenient having them on cloud on Steam, because both Steam, Ubisoft Connect, Origin, like Epic, they all have like by default like you get cloud save, which is so stupid on PlayStation. We have to have PS Plus to have cloud storage.
Yeah.
On top of already paying for online. That's a lot of BS. Like,
there's a lot about that in the industry in general. I would say as well. But yeah, so pirating for me was just especially I would say for anyone who's younger, it's just a necessity, especially if you want to like try that's the most important thing. I had a shitty PC. A lot of people had a shitty PC. So if you paid like $60 per game, you didn't even know would run on your PC. That's just a waste of money.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest, I would say, plus about it.
Oh, when you said like, I remember buying a Transformers War for Cybertron for like what's it converted to dollars today? Give me a second. Running mathematics.
Just say it in dollars.
Yeah, I'm trying to convert it because games don't cost $60. It
was different time as well. So.
It's a bit about $85. So like full, like for Croatia, full price, or actually in Europe, I don't know. I think in Europe it's like 60 euros. Yeah, somewhere a bit more than 60 euros. So I bought it full price, and it lagged like a lot. Like it lagged, even like dropping it down to lowest. It was like for me back in the day it was like 14 FPS, smooth as butter. It was playable.
That's also the subject. I remember the days when you didn't even like know what FPS was or like cared about the FPS counter at all existing.
Now I have to like.
It's unimaginable to me now.
Yeah.
But I know the period where you were just like, oh my god, it runs at max. You didn't even know what FPS it was. It was just, it runs.
It runs.
And it was max. It's just, yeah. But the counter argument that most people would say to like that for testing games would be demos. But then again, you know what people, like, devs also do this shit. They will, like, optimize the demo to work hella good, and then the full release, it will run like shit.
Well, yeah.
And not enough people do demos now, like, in general. Like, they started again, kind of, like, with the betas and shit, but...
Yeah, but betas... then again, they also put betas in front of a paywall, like, you have to pre-order it. You can go around it by, like, pre-ordering them.
And early access is now, like, also, like, a different topic, like, a different thing now.
Oh,
like, early access
that's a thing for, like, it's early access, it's, like, half release. Like, it's basically an excuse to have a buggy game and then be like, oh, it's still early. Why did you release this? I mean, anyway, topic for now. Let's stick with Piracy for now.
So,
but also on topic of demos, I noticed that like there are still demos. Like when you go to PS4 and
I'm PS5 honestly I think I'm the only person. I always browse for demos. Like every now and then, especially if there's a new game or like something, I browse for demos. Like on PlayStation, I browse for the fucking demos all the time. That's
what you mentioned PS4 because it has like infinite like demos.
And
then I can like check them out and like with the video games. On PC, not so much because
Steam has it, but it's not advertised. It's just not like.
You have to like go. You have to know it. You have to go to the game
like,
and then
put like, if it's like a paid promotion, if they like brought a lot of money to end up on the news tab, or to like be like it's mostly betas or something, but mostly don't come to my email. That's how I know. Usually.
So but I honestly I am I would love for there to be demos, because again, there are so many
Demos
games
are
that I
nice.
just, yeah, because okay, let's take it to Pirates. I don't know. Can I get in trouble for saying that I pirate games?
Okay, that's like the worst thing as well. Like, I imagine this is like my scenario, which is like I love this scenario happening in my. Let's say like someone is a cop and like someone arrests someone for pirating. Meanwhile, the cop's family, like he has a son who's doing the same shit that he doesn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't even
So
know. It's
I don't.
just
I'm not gonna go here and say like, oh, I know if you can and cannot get arrested. Honestly, I think, because it's I don't know, because I know that like if you distribute it
yeah,
illegally,
yeah.
so like if you made
That's
a
a different
torrent
thing.
and all
Yeah,
of that,
I like yeah.
that's you're like getting jailed. But I don't know if you can really, like, I know people got to jail if they like had 10,000 songs downloaded
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like on their whatever, like that's back in the iPod days and so. I don't know if it's still the case. Right now, I don't think I have anything pirated. But like I said, I do like to download the game just to check out how
Yeah.
good the port is on the PC, and then I will not play it. I will like delete it and then buy it if I want to or not. That's kind
I
of like the
usually
thing.
do the games from which I'm not certain about if I really want to like go into it, or I just don't want to play at all. But that's like I would say the biggest win and the counter argument to all the people who are against it. Like especially like game devs like saying, "Oh, we lose a lot of money for it." You don't lose any money. So the people who pirated it had no intention of buying it in the first place. If anything, they're promoting it more. Even if they capture footage and put it online, they're promoting it. They're promoting it.
That's interesting because well, I do agree with the first point definitely. Like you know, like if somebody didn't have the money to buy the game, they're not gonna magically like pull them out of the
You're
ass
not
and buy the
losing
money.
any money.
If anything, they can reaffirm.
Yeah.
Because it can reaffirm like, okay, it's a good port. I'm buying. Well, sometimes you don't even have to know because there are like benchmarks on the internet, and you can just see like, oh, it's a good port.
But
I'm gonna buy.
Even the benchmarks, even if someone has the same exact setup, it's not gonna run the same most likely. And there's like different. It depends on what you have.
It depends also on how bloated your like your hard disk SSDs are.
Depends on what patch of the game is on. Depends what drivers you have. There's so many.
Depends on BIOS. Depends if you're like something. Yeah, so it's like good to test it. Honestly, if there was like a demo for every single game, like every single game ever made, there would be no arguments for piracy, except for like those countries. Like I said, they're just like can some kid from Ethiopia like. Well, maybe yes. I don't know. The country came to my mind first. Like, can some kid from like a low-income country? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like Croatia, it got better, but we were like that. Like back in 2010, I couldn't drop like just like it was like for those Death Transformers games. I was saving up for like months and months and months. And I mean that was kind of like with most people. But yeah, so. If there were demos for every game, that would be a huge argument against, because you can just download the demo and it's even like less gigabytes. So demos would be like
So also like remember when we discussed, which was like the interesting like what moment when we said we talked about VHS tapes and like how we recorded TV and shit. Is that piracy in a way? And like exchanging that, is that like if I put it online, you see, and like a bunch of people did it. So like you would imagine that like that all our tapes would have to be like fuck, because that's like stolen property.
So,
we recorded a movie.
Interesting thing, I just recently stumbled upon a video that touches a bit on the topic. I didn't know this. So you know Blu-rays?
Yeah.
They are owned by Sony. So every time somebody wants to put something on a Blu-ray, they have to pay like a license fee to Sony. But with VHS, they didn't have to do that. So that's why you can took a VHS. Like that's why you had so many like those workout videos, like indie movies, because they had like a nice little way to promote it. They just have to buy a bunch of VHS, not having to buy a license and everything.
As much as like everyone wants money and money is good, I would say money ruins most things, because wherever there's money involved, sooner or later it's gonna get fucked.
But it's so contradictory, because when there's like too much money, it gets too controlled, it gets fucked. But without money, you can make a lot of things. Like, can like even if we take a topic on anime, like although like it's a meme kind of anime is badly animated because of budget, but still they do need the budget. Like they can't like animators or even game devs, like those like people that do like grunt work, they're paid nothing. So now imagine if you take even less money from that. It's contradictory, but it's capitalism basically. Like well, what you call it in English, the like competition, and then the capital and all of that.
I don't know. It's I don't know. I try to imagine also the case of like if how were I to fix or like make a law. Like I was thinking like maybe till you're like of age or like 18 or 19. I was thinking maybe it should be legal to lend because like especially like kids and like you have no income pretty much except your parents, but you can't spend like all that money all the time, and it's not okay as well to spend that much money.
I think like the way to fix you can't fix piracy in like you can't like make someone who worked on a software or a video game or a movie say, okay, kids under 18 can do it for like play it and watch it for free. Like it's not.
It's iffy.
Like,
that's why.
You can. That's why I said if there was like trial, which most like software. By the way, I don't know if we ever mentioned this. So I study IT in college. So I do have. We did have some what's called them subjects on licensing and stuff like that. So that's why I'm bringing up softwares a lot. So like, can you really like? Because most software, like if you take Adobe, Vegas, like they do have trials, but the problem with that is like you're most of the time like if you want Photoshop, you're not gonna use it only for a month. I'm just gonna use it for a month, do a bunch of projects, I'm set for a year. No, you're gonna use it for years to come if you're like interested in Photoshop.
Not only that, it's expensive, especially software. Like it's expensive.
Yeah.
How is a college student supposed to pay that fucking much for just that?
Yeah,
I can't imagine that shit. I mean, that's why they did like they have like for especially like Windows and like everything recently with the Office as well. They have these like school editions as well, like as well that they like hand out and shit. Yeah. Which is like
I have
just
no, that's cool because I got Office for free, which is awesome. I didn't get. I would be so happy if I got any Adobe products for free, but honestly, we don't really use them.
It's such a staple of Microsoft. I swear to God, it should be just like a thing that comes in Windows. You already pay enough if you pay enough for Windows. Thank God I didn't, and I never fucking will. I'll admit that right here. Because who the fuck? I mean, I have original Windows activated. Did I pay full price?
Me too.
Fuck no, I didn't.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. Because okay, with Windows, it's a bit iffy. Why? Because Windows, whether you bought it or not, they're gonna collect data on you and they're gonna sell it to like companies. So they're making money out of you.
They're already making money out of me for the whole fucking time.
So with Windows, it's like I'm not real. Like if somebody says I'm only, which honestly, also with Microsoft, it did a good thing. Like you can basically run a non-activated Windows. Like you don't even have to activate it.
But it's restricted as hell, and you don't get almost anything.
You get a lot. Come on,
performance is way worse.
On my PC, I have a non-activated PC. On laptop, because I use it for college and work, I have it activated. So honestly, I don't have a lot of things more on. If anything, it's just like on laptop, it's more connected, more online. So
the update. You don't get the same updates. Like you miss a lot of updates and the actual performance.
Okay, I don't know about. Honestly, the point being, I don't really see. Like, although if I don't really see. Like, it's not like, oh, I have a pirated Windows, I can't go on the internet. Like, but yeah. So with operate like that kind of operating system, it's kind of like, okay, I don't even care if I'm pirating, like, because you had to pirate. Like, now you can get keys which are legit. Like, before, when you got cheap keys for Windows, they were not legit. Like, they were stolen. But now, there are so many of them that some of them are because, like, you get, I don't know, a school, or there's a whole bunch, and then there's a bunch of leftovers, and they just they're kind of stolen. Depends. Let's not get in. Let's not look at. We're not gonna. What's the saying? Don't look at the gifted horse in its teeth or something.
But yeah.
Oh, but yeah, no. So what were you saying? Piracy.
Everything with piracy. I mean, it just. honestly, it means a lot to me. Like I said, I don't know where the fuck I would be without it. Like so many things I tried, so many.
Yeah.
I honestly
Anime,
don't know.
video games, movies, like
I don't imagine, like,
software. I mean,
just
yeah. So,
imagining who the fuck, especially like in a country like ours, where there's not that much money involved, like, and the pay is very shit in general. How the fuck do they imagine, like, people? I mean, yeah, because it's all American based, but like still, even if you
yeah, but, I
were
mean,
there, like, it's still fucking so much. How the fuck would you manage all that? Like, I
yeah,
don't
it's
fucking
it's
know.
weird because yeah, most of the prices are like
Ridiculous. It's fucking
tailored to
ridiculous.
yeah, they are really like huge. Again, and then like you're not probably not in like let's say games. Let's even say it's $60. If you're talking about $60, then you have to actually
Convert as well.
games don't cost just $60 in America because you also
And the
it's not tax
VAT.
included.
And the
You have
VAT
to
as well.
yeah in Croatia we already have like tax included, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why
yeah,
you pay more upfront. But we still have to pay tax later on.
yeah. It's
Weird.
fucked up.
But yeah, so like then you like even if you take $60 into account, but you're not just gonna buy one game. Like if you're already buying games, there's like you're not really just gonna buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also understand why some developers want or a publisher want. I don't know. I don't know who wants to increase the prices because games are like expensive to make, and to make all those polygons and make characters
I I
animations.
remember like with the City Project Red, like before, especially with The Witcher, were kind of friendly towards pirates as well. They even did like a meme for like someone people who pirated the game as well. Or like
Oh,
I no,
was it?
actually no, they did the meme for those who cheated in the game. Fuck yeah, never mind. They did the
That's
meme
something
for the
else.
people who cheated in the game. But also I
Yeah.
think there was also like some games that did like the thing where when someone pirated, they had like some memes and shit to put in. But also some devs like made it so like the game was fucked up if they pirated it as well. Like,
Yeah. Like it was. I remember when Minecraft. I don't know which version was it. When they introduced like if you pirate the game, you were a chick, but if you have legit, you were Steve.
Brian. There was
Like
also the Brian, the fucking no, the Brian. What's it? The thing that was like the
Hero.
scariest shit. Hero Brian. I think that was also the meme with the fake Minecraft as well, not just the original, but like Hero Brian would appear.
Was a I don't remember. I believe that Hero Brian was just like an urban myth. Like somebody I believe made a video on him, and then
Yeah,
everybody was like looking like, "Oh, where's Hero Brian?" Like,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
also like
yeah,
made fake
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah,
I remember as a kid like watching all this
yeah,
stuff. Oh shit! He found Hero, bro. He found Hero.
yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah.
No way! No way! Oh.
But
Oh wait! You said something. You said something interesting, and it flew by my head.
what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's Kazuna.
The
I
memes.
think that the best thing like, for piracy, for it to like have it exist and coexist, is having like strong DRM,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what was it called, Denuvo or something
Denova,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and you get like these periods of sometimes months of not getting it cracked. People buy it, but then it gets cracked, and then people check it out. So it's like,
So now, because of the fucking Denuvo, I think games ran worse with the fucking
yes, yes.
anti-pirate. So basically, the pirates would get the better version of the fucking game.
Not necessarily because
Most
it would
of them,
still
yes.
impact it, but if there wasn't the DRM correction, they would run large. I believe it was with Assassin's Creed Origins, if I remember
Origins or
correctly.
yeah.
So the DRM protection eats so much of your CPU, like so much it would run
It's
so much
mostly
better.
CPU,
But
yeah.
yeah, because it was like people like tested it out, and yeah, some games which managed to like remove DRM like completely do run better.
Mm.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. Gets heated like oh fuck. The pirate inside me is coming out. Ah,
You're avast me, arties.
hey, you're not gay. Hey, we got we got to bet the scurvy, right?
God, I remember. I know what I have to send you to after this podcast. I have some ideas, but okay. Oh,
Oh,
I just
fuck.
got some good ideas. But yeah,
Um,
what else to say? I mean, just in general, like gaming industry, anime industry, but also like yeah, my counter argument is that like mainly like if people downloaded it, they didn't even have the attention for paying for it. So you're not losing any money. Like, that is your main concern. Like, most of them are just like, money, like, we're losing money, you shouldn't take our, like, yeah, I get the part of, like, stealing someone's shit and, like, keeping it somewhere, like, shit, yeah, I get that part. But also, like, I see more positives in that way, that most of them are just, like, sharing it. I remember, like, when we pirated shit, we would, like, share, like, and talk about this game, or, like, someone would come over and try the game, and then, like, oh, I want to get this game later on. And just,
it's a big double-edged sword, because, like I said, like, it can make, like, for example, I remember I played a pirated version of Assassin's Creed 3 for the first time, and it blew my mind. Like, you can climb on everything, and now I have most Assassin's Creed games bought. Like, I don't have, like, Valhalla, which is the new one, like, and stuff like that. So, like, that made me a fan. Like, that made me go and buy them later on. But then again, I can't really say, like, oh, if somebody wasn't gonna buy it, they wouldn't. Like, I can't really say, because a lot of people, like, just want to play it, they pirate it, and that's it. But if they didn't have the option to pirate it, they would still buy it. Like,
also like our culture, like, we as we grow up, just in general in Croatian, I guess it's just also part of our culture. I would say piracy is very big in our, like, it's a culture here, I would say.
Yeah, it's not really, I can't say a culture, but it's a thing of, especially with, like, the whole Balkan.
It's a very big part of Balkan, or, like, very.
Yes, but that's like we said, that's because, like, most people don't have the money.
Poor. Yeah, so poor countries benefit the most out of it. I would say poor countries would benefit the most out of this.
Well, so yes, I remember,
like, the first thing I remember when I was young, I never had almost original discs almost of anything. It was all, and we were constantly exchanging with neighbors, with people from work. We were all, like, connecting, like, exchanging tapes, exchanging games, exchanging discs, burning discs. Like, why the fuck would stores sell CDs to put files on? And why would they be burnable? I mean, that's burning itself also.
Can burn their
but that's also Piracy, that also comes in.
I mean, okay, that's kind of a dumb argument, but
but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, because,
and also chipped PlayStations.
I honestly, like, especially, like, as I grow up, like, when you're kids, concept of money, piracy, it's like it gets to you at around age 13, 14, when you're like, oh, I am doing a bad thing.
When you get your conscience, well, yeah, that's the thing. When you also get, it's different when you're a kid, especially, and when that shit influences you as well. Like, you have it your whole childhood. It doesn't seem weird. It does to me now. Yeah,
good.
That's why
I'm like, no. I'm like, no. Like, am I like?
I'm still on that. Like I said, I see it beneficial.
Honestly, I am not on piracy side. I am more on the side. Okay, let's make everything way more accessible. But also, I am not denying, I'm definitely not denying the huge impact that piracy has. Like, again, anime. Would I be watching anime? No, because even if you say, oh, but you could have bought Crunchyroll, there was no Crunchyroll in Croatia. Like, there isn't. And now I have it. So what? Piracy made a new customer. So that's like...
But when we go in, like, DRM and, like, fair use as well, like, that's why, like, I hate it. Like, like, anyone would, everyone does it, like, just downloading clips from other, like, movies and shit to put in their videos and shit like that. And that's, like, that's also, like, like, it's against, I guess, it should be fair use, honestly. And if you, like, change the content enough, if you, like, make it your own, it should be fair use. I don't know.
No, wait, what you're talking about?
If you're taking content, like, or you're taking shots from movies and stuff, but you're transforming it enough and you're making it your own, I think it should be okay.
No, but that is okay, bro. That's like in law.
It's still, like, recent. YouTube.
Like, I don't know. So there is a thing that you can use, like, let's say for more. So this is the thing. Reason why a lot of I think Nintendo had, like, a streak when they were copyrighting. They were taking everything down, but they can't really do that. Like, why? Because video games are meant to be, like, played. So when you watch a video game being played, are you really having the full experience? With movies and music, it's different because they're meant to be watched. If somebody uploads a movie, you can watch it, you can get the full experience. So that's why the thing with like clips and everything is much more how should I say, like strict than with video games. Now there comes like you can, I believe you can use up to 10 or 15 seconds of a clip, which is like used like if you want to make a point like for a report or commentary and all of that. Like you can use that, but you of course can't like put everything. I don't know how it works. Like how there are some channels who like have like
it definitely changed over the years. It keeps changing the whole time. So
yeah, because honestly, sometimes it's better. Like this is
sometimes it's good.
Companies before think that it's just better. Okay, lock everything up so they have to pay. But now, since there are so many ways to go around the paywall, that all the countries are just like, okay, let's give them so people will come to us directly to get the free stuff, and then we get more money from that. So I believe that's the thing. They should make a lot more stuff more excellent. Like for example, Crunchyroll. You can use Crunchyroll for free, but you have ads.
Like exactly.
So but you can also pay for getting
better quality and no ads. Yeah.
No ads, better quality, and you get new episodes faster.
Actually, you get priority, which is good, which is really good.
To me, that's a
good system. Yeah.
Good system. Yeah. Honestly, I have premium Crunchyroll, so I don't know how it works. Like how many ads you get.
You get a lot. Ads. That's why. Yeah. I mean,
that's a bit annoying. That's really annoying, honestly.
And it's like it happens in like the worst moments as well, and it's like
honestly beginning like. You know how a lot of shows have that commercial break because like they made for TV. I don't know why they just don't put it there, like at the beginning and there, like that's that.
Yeah, that's what when they have the transitions, like some shows, have those like they should make them for that anime, like or like send it to Crunchyroll and just like have those pauses and then just like coming back or like we'll be back and then like have the ad and then like we're back and then continues. But that's it. Like maybe do it twice. But don't do it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Or maybe like put in that middle, put 2 ads. Like, come on, like I'm for free. Like, I don't know. So it's again like
it's all debated. My only, I mean, I hope it changes. Like the bot is good, but it also like does bad things here and there. But like I hate the fact when someone does like a good video, even doesn't use that much footage of anything, like does full original, and then plays a song for like 3 seconds, I would say, gets the whole video fucked. That's my gripe. That I hate that. I really hate that.
Yeah, because that sucks because then a creator has to go through like that whole process
20
and a lot of the
minutes
time,
footage,
like
and then
you'll get like it would get, can you please review this? Then somebody will review it, like skip. Let's keep this copyright strike, whatever. So it's like But also, I understand, like, how many... There are, like, millions of videos uploaded every single day on YouTube. Like,
that's why they... I mean, that's why they made a bot, which is good. Like, there's no other way to maintain it. There isn't no other way. Because it's just too big.
Yeah, unless you have, like, a million employees, literally. Like, every employee gets assigned a new YouTube channel, and then they just, like... constantly
that's why it's hard. Like it's hard, and that's why people don't want to risk it. That's why, especially recently, royalty-free music has never been more like sought out, I would say. And that's like some people even started making their own music just for that reason.
Yeah, especially on Twitch. They're even stricter. And honestly, even sometimes, like you would buy a license for a song, like to use in your videos, and then the license would either not work. Or it would be a wrong. Like, do you know? I believe who it was Connor. Yes, because he got he got his account struck out twice. And he had like a license, but it wasn't a right license. Like, I don't know. But honestly, like if you like look at it like before, it's like games, anime, movies. They've become like much more available in like a lot of ways. Like you get a Netflix, you pay like what. I honestly, even as a 10-year-old, I would pay $12 a month to get a bunch of TV shows. I mean, you basically did like, and you can just watch them. So like, but then again, like there really are people who cannot spare $12 on just
like
movies.
Especially like someone who's like barely scraping by, and then like
Yeah.
he wants to like at least afford himself. I mean, yeah, there's also the counter argument. There's that one clip I love and I hate so much at the same time. With this chick, one chick was just like someone donated. It's like, I'm homeless. Like she solves like people being homeless. If you're homeless, just buy a house. I'm like,
oh yes, I know that.
I'm like,
I saw it.
bro, I'm like, Jesus,
the worst
some people
thing
are just privileged too much. I swear to fucking God.
There's a time where you think, okay, there can be people like that, but then you actually meet them like in real life, and you're like, oh no, they're real. They are.
It's like
real.
the JoJo. Oh no!
Oh no!
Holy shit!
Son of a bitch! No. Oh, that's my.
Yeah. Son of a bitch! God damn it.
I'm gonna editor, put it on screen.
Son of a bitch!
No,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no. There's also that one chick like who was an Instagram influencer, and was begging like for like if you don't get 500 subs, I don't know what to do. If I don't get five.
God,
Oh,
actually,
there was also another one. I thought it was the same person. You don't know that one streamer who is like, if you don't have $5, you shouldn't be watching.
I know the deer. She was called Deer something. Yeah, I know. That was
Yeah,
a
I
whole
think.
big thing. Yeah. God,
Like
like I say, some people are just. I mean, there were so many arguments as well. There were so many discussions about that. Yeah, and like she was part of the community that was like in charge or like the hierarchy
No,
of Twitch
that
or
was
some
another
shit.
one.
Oh yeah, that was
There
another
like,
one. Yeah, fuck.
yeah. So
Oh
the one,
yeah. I know.
the deer one was like one of those like kind of like Twitch insiders, something like that. You know, those something of
wait.
around. I don't know. And she or he, I honestly, forgive me, I don't know by
Yeah, I
which
think
pronoun.
it was a trans. I think it was a
They.
trans person.
I'm
It
gonna
was a
call
trans
they.
person.
So
Yeah.
they were like on that committee, and they were like pretty much like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna abuse this power.
Yeah. That's what it was.
This." So yeah, that's like they,
Yeah,
they.
it.
No.
Fuck. Non-binary. Fuck.
Honestly, those pronouns, I'm so bad.
Honestly, you know what? I want to recommend you as well. This is like a recommendation to like I would say anyone. What I've been binging, like this is what I've been doing for the past 3 days was binging this one TV show on Netflix. You should watch it. It's called Kim's Convenience. Best fucking show I've watched in so long. It's so funny, and the very first episode pilot actually deals with that shit in the best way possible. I swear, it's legit. The first 10 seconds is the funniest, best shit I've watched on like TV and Netflix in such a long time. I'm so happy. It's called Kim's Convenience. It's so yeah. It's so fucking good. It's such a good show. I recommend it to fucking everyone. I'm on the last season now, and I'm enjoying my fucking time with that fucking show so much. Oh man. The main guy that runs the store is by far my favorite fucking character, and I want him to get a fucking Oscar. I don't care. He's just that lovable. He's that good. I swear to God. It's just so good. I love it. I'll show you after the show. I'll show you like the first 20 seconds because you just.
Oh, that's an older show.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Like I had it on my list. Someone like told me like a year ago, and like finally I got to it recently, and I got hooked. I like watched the full like first. I just got hooked instantly. I wanted more.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. But yeah, it touches on that. Like it touches on many like subjects like that, and it's actually interesting. And that's why it goes into that like part of me that's like also like the comedy part where people get offended by just like things they shouldn't get offended by.
There was such a nice time when we could joke about anything, and it would be a joke.
A joke.
Like, okay, I understand. Like, if someone, God forbid, somebody lost.
You know what this is? You know what
this is? And you go to them in person and say, "Hey, yo, I guess you only have 2 legs because you're like, okay, that's."
And now it's like, no, you crossed the line. You crossed the line. How dare you?
No, honestly, in that sense, it would be like, okay, that's crossing line. That's not even funny. But like when I say, like when I don't know.
No, if you do it in a comedic sense and you know you're doing it in a comedic way, and if you get
I
offended,
mean, again, we should appropriate, not the scenario which I said, but in general, like I don't know, if you want to make a joke, I don't know, I don't even know about what, because I can't make a joke. Like you can say the word retarded. Yes, I'm saying it right here. The R word. Come, man.
No, I hate the fact that we have these things like the N word, this word, this word. I mean,
okay, I understand.
Hate it. I still no. If the thing is freedom of speech, that means everything. It's either all okay or none of it's okay. Like that's my argument. That's my argument.
But of course, you also have to take in mind like the whole history behind the N word.
Okay, that's the thing. But the difference is if you're using it offensively or not.
No,
that's the thing.
Yeah, of course. Like if you're using it for, I don't know. Again, I am all for like, okay, N word. There's a lot of history behind it. I understand why some people, well, not some people, because it was used to like belittle black people by mostly like white men and honestly some black men to other black people. Basically, it's a bad. It is a bad word. But honestly, like when I say like a word retarded, like I am not gonna call a mentally ill person retarded. I am better than that. But anyway, when I say like, oh, I'm so stupid, or I'm so retarded, like I'm belittling me. Like, why in that sense is someone going to be? You said the R word, like, bro, I'm not saying it. I'm not gonna call myself a stupid N word because. Again, that's a whole different
also,
word.
Like people being offended, like the whole like thing that happened at Twitch, like also that I mentioned. I think I even mentioned it before, like on Twitch, the thing with blind playthroughs, which I'm like,
what?
Bro, the word blind playthroughs is not allowed. You can't use blind playthroughs anymore because it's offensive to blind people.
What?
Yeah, Twitch made that decision.
So I know
no longer can you call it a blind,
but
you can't call any blind playthroughs are no longer a thing. Nope,
what?
You can't call it a blind playthrough because it's offensive to blind people. And I know, like
it's not offensive. How is it offensive? Like, okay,
you see
I'm not
what
blind.
I mean? You see what I mean? You see, like, if we go in this direction, this direction, it's just a spiral that's gonna fuck us over at some point.
Definitely, I definitely agree. Again, like I said, there are some words like the N word that's appropriate for like being, like.
I swear to God,
like not used. You can't use like that. I am all for like don't use that. But blind. What I can say, hey, that man
now you're gonna call it the B word. No,
that guy has isophonemia or something. Like what?
Guy cannot see. I am doing a no see playthrough.
No, we can't. No,
there's other ways to call it now, but like still, it was always called blind playthroughs. I hate. And like imagine, I imagine the worst case scenario, but it's also like a good comedy bit. I would imagine just like we all at one point start talking in code. Fucking, did you the P B you yeah
you the T person you're not
S tonight
that
tonight I you
P time of the day
you O in the morning.
Oh, that would be such a funny sketch, like English language in 2045 or something like that.
Okay, so, but what? Which P did you want in the S?
What? I heard what P like penis.
Yeah. I actually, today, because I thought about shit like this already at work, I already thought of some like comedy sketches because of that shit. I'm so happy. I fucking love it. Oh god, there's so. You see, this is that's why, like, especially on Netflix, I watch a lot of comedy and a lot of stand-up comics. I love those people. I love those people to bits because they're like the true, I would say, how do you say it? Like, they're like the principle of, like, freedom of speech, I would say. Like, they really, like, I love it. It's just, humor makes a lot of things better, and just
Yeah.
even touchy subjects just makes it feel better. Like Corona, there was a whole Corona period where stand-up comics couldn't actually do shows and shit that much, and they made it in like a joking good ways. I'm actually proud of them, to be honest, how they dealt with it. So.
Yeah, they like those comedians, especially ones who don't like to abide by those dumb rules, who know that okay, if you're gonna like, especially those who are like, okay, I'm gonna make fun of something, but I'm also gonna allow myself or like my ethnicity
they make
to be
fun
made
of themselves. Like the best way to make fun of like even yourself, your own like you have to be equal. That's like the best way if you're equal
like,
about it.
For example, I don't know. Like I believe I hope I'm not mixing up, but I mean Dave Chappelle had
Dave
a lot
Chappelle,
of like, Dave Chappelle, he's black, right? I believe.
He is. Yeah.
I'm not also versed. So I hope I'm not like, but yeah. So like I believe I saw some bit of his. Might have been also Kevin Hart's, but this one I say,
Kevin
that's also like he. So he makes fun of white people, and it's funny as shit. I don't know who made a joke about a citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
I think it was either Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle.
I remember.
It was so funny. But then they will also go and
roast
make fun of black people.
Yeah, they make.
Like,
I love
like,
it.
They make it's and I hate we are seeing it as okay, black comedy, white comedy, Asian comedy. Like let's just call it comedy.
Comedy, that's the thing when you put labels and shit, especially like. I hate the fact that also you have to label everything and you have to justify your own words every time you say something. You have to justify yourself all the time.
Putting labels on stuff is only going to make matters worse. Like let's offend even more people than we already offended.
Also, this is our rant. This is like the biggest like rant episode, and I love it.
Our is the title. We offend everyone.
No one gets out of it.
At the end of the podcast, we'll list off like, okay, this is what we meant. Don't. But no. So okay, let's when we're already offending, let's offend some feminists because when you say okay, so I don't want to put them in the same group. So we all know feminazis and feminists. They're not the same people. Like they're not like the same. What you may call them. They're both not. They're not feminists. They're feminine. Yeah. So okay. So feminazis, like they like to make a point that everything is like racist, everything is sexual or
misogynistic and
everything. Then they like to put labels on it. Like they want to make it apparent, like this is woman something. This is and by making that, they're already like. They're not helping. They're dividing.
Dividing us.
If there even is, because sometimes there is, like, I don't know, what could you consider a man's job? Like maybe, I don't know, army, like an army man. Like it's for men. Okay, so there's already a label. So why they are gonna like
half of these labels and names and words haven't existed in before 15 years ago. Take it 15 years ago. A bunch of just like feminists in general, like just all the labels in general. I'm not gonna name them all because I don't want to spread it even more. But but a lot of things, just like in general. But a lot of categories and like all these things and just didn't exist. And the words and names in general.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like there's like since we
weren't that divided.
We mentioned her, like that Twitch moderator, whatever, like, deer girl. She legit identifies as a deer. Is a fucking deer. How are I understand identifying a man to a woman, like I don't know.
It's all a touchy subject.
Honestly, when a man, like full-blown man, comes to me and says, I want to be addressed as a she. Why? Even like, or a full-blown like woman, not even in the period of gender, and wants to be called a he. Like, why? Like, if you're in the what do you call it? In your if you're
transitioning period,
of course, like I'm gonna call you like you're because you're changing genders. Like, but if somebody goes, no, if I come out like, no, I identify as a she. Why? What right do I have to be? Why? Because that's actually an interesting thing. I'm so sorry because I have to
you
get.
can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, go. Go, second, go.
It's a labeling thing because so let's say a man likes to likes purses, likes dresses, which is like considered woman things.
There's
And
also
then
drag queens. There's also just drag
I'm
queens.
not
They're
gonna touch on them
just
because I don't really know about them a lot. But I'm saying
it's
like
just
let's
people
say
who like to
there's
dress. That's it. That's just how
yeah.
they feel naturally.
So my point is there's like kind of in society it's more girly stuff, more boyish stuff. So let's say like there's a man who is more interested like in makeup, dresses,
Yeah.
purses, and all of that, and then he decides to like go by I'm gonna call myself a she because I'm making a statement. Like why isn't that putting another label on all
Yeah.
this? That's what you're affirming. Why not make a society? That's why.
Oh. Wait here, boys. So, let me tell you about the time I went fishing. It was 1945. I was back in Cincinnati. Had myself a couple of shoes, good bucket of worms. I just put my pull up my chair by the river, fish them, crocodiles, by the way.
Okay, I hate my
we're back. Okay,
I hate my internet. I had to get better internet. Oh man. See, this is why piracy is good because we all don't have the super high speed copper fiber internet, boy.
Copper fiber.
What?
Yeah, it's fine.
But no, where was I? So yeah, okay. So yeah, we're already putting labels. So when I see a man or like when I see a woman that's like completely like into guys things, but she's still like, oh, I'm a woman. That to me is so much more empowering than making it like, oh, I'm gonna be. Although I have a penis, I have all of the male hormones. I'm gonna call myself a she. To me, that's counterproductive and kind of against it.
I hate that. There's also groups that are like trying to like specify it by genitalia or like specify it just like how you feel. It's like
that to me like that doesn't make sense because we didn't make a pronouns like he or she just so you can pick. We made them so you know, oh, like that's a she, like that's a biologically female organism, like.
Yeah. That's why. Okay, so this is. I think I watched a lot already, like debating videos and stuff. Especially the ones like Change My Mind.
Yes.
It's pretty good watch. Anyone interested should watch it, or Destiny's videos in general.
Yeah,
like those
they also teach you how to have a productive and actually a good conversation, not just screaming.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would love to like meet a full-blown. Not a feminist, because feminists, like by definition, feminists are good and are needed, especially in some countries. Are feminists needed, like in Western countries, not as much, but I'd say still yes. There's still some like misogyny, and we'll get into it a bit more later.
I'll say. So the first thing I wanted to touch about that. So I would say, so if you're born a male, you're biologically you're a male, you're a man. What you choose then afterwards doesn't matter. You're still biologically a man. Sure, if you want, like, if you feel better when you're transgender, of course, to like be approached as a she, I get that. But if you get like offended like super hard, or like someone makes a mistake, I don't even know. It's just it's a fucked up subject. What was the other thing I wanted to touch?
Messed up,
God, I lost track of it. There's so many thoughts coming in my head.
Yeah, because again, like we didn't like, because again, saying like he or she, like that's what was the whole. Okay, I'm gonna go into the thing with man and a woman. Like, why is there a man in a woman? Like,
I would say like the interesting thing kind of like happened, like even my own workplace. So women want to be like respected, like they say like they can do all the things in men. I'm like, sure, I'm all about equality and all that, but then I'll get like person like imagine like being called like to help someone lift like a small box like that she could have just easily lifted herself, but like I need to do it, because like she can't do it. I'm like, then what's the point of equal? I get it if it's like something. I mean, it's fucked up.
Yeah, equality is a really like weird thing because honestly,
we're not equal.
Like,
however we want to be, we're not equal biologically. Sadly.
Yeah, no, that's actually so interesting because society shouldn't be equal. Why? Take, for example,
it's bad if you're mentally,
what do you call it? Mentally ill, like children.
Yeah.
If we treat them equally, like everybody else, they will be left behind. So that's why they have like more benefits to make them like more equal. But like in terms of like vanilla, like who has more rights, they're not equal. But that's why equality, the society shouldn't be equal. We should strive to like basically. This is what my teacher in ethnics say. Or actually, it was a topic that we should all be on a same start line. That's where society should be. Because take, for example, formula races. Like the more popular ones with more sponsors, they start first. While one with less start at the beginning. They don't start at the same like finish line, start line, all lined up. That's exactly like with children. Children that are poor start less. Even people that are different ethnicities, maybe work in racist companies, they start less. Some women are also looked down upon. Like we don't start equally, so we should make. And honestly, I believe like in 50 years, when all of the race rooted in racism, because a lot more children nowadays are less and less and less racist because we are exposed more and more to like equality.
It's all in the generations. That's like what's same with recreation in general. We have a lot of older people. That's why there's still so much stigma about all like this. We're still influenced by it heavily because we have more older people. So it's more heavily like on how would I say they're still influencing us, especially like the racism between like the Croats and the Serbs. It's still like it shouldn't be a thing anymore. It's in the past, but people can't get over it. I know, like I understand if like some people were in the war, like I understand that, but we should look beyond that.
Honestly, when like a man that was in the war. Like between Serbia and Bosnia, Croatia, and what do you call Crna Gora in English? I know they have. Anyway, they have a special like it's not a direct.
I think so actually. Can I look it up?
Okay, look it up because I always forget. So yeah, basically like when they complain about Serbia, it's like okay, I understand you. But that was like 30 years ago. It's not the same country.
It is Montenegro. Montenegro is. Yeah. Actually, I didn't know that. I knew Montenegro, but I didn't know that was Montenegro.
Yeah, same here because I know. Okay, so yeah, Montenegro. And
actually, that actually makes sense. Fuck, actually, that's actually amazing.
Yeah,
fuck.
Yeah, Mount and the other. The other words. Not gonna. no. Yeah, the whole. Okay, wow, that's actually that's racist. What? Okay, oh no, don't leave me. Don't. Oh frick.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
I didn't.
Yeah.
God, you see, the best thing is the first thing I thought that this would be a fucking good thing to put in a comedy sketch. Fuck.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. Nimbus podcast sketches.
I'm honestly happy because I think this is like our first like actual like serious episode. I would say. And this is like we're going in a lot of territories, and I like it, and I honestly love it. To be honest.
Honestly, I personally like I have like a stigma with my friends on college. Like they like we would like go hang out at someone's place, like I don't know, 3-4 of us, and they would be like, "Okay, so Matt, what kind of topics you got for us today?" I mean, we would legit stay up until 4 a.m. in the morning just discussing, because I personally love discussing those things, and like I don't know, I have a lot of things to say about a lot of topics.
That's why I guess this podcast could be like just to put it up in the public and open.
Venting.
Yeah, and the venting fucking we should call it the podcast the venting chamber. Oh my god. No, we should do like these specials, just like we enter the venting chamber. Oh god, shit's about to get boys, it's about to get real.
It sounds kind of like those chambers in the
No, stop.
Okay,
Stop.
I'm not gonna use that name.
Stop.
It's a venting
chamber.
place. Venting place. That sounds awful.
I wanted to say something, but I'm gonna. Nah, it's too far. I almost said something.
Let's not. We already offended a lot of people.
It's not too far. That's the thing. It's not too far, but people take it out of account or like just take it too seriously.
Yeah, because a lot of people just hear the first part, then will be like, okay, that's that. Let's take it out of context. Let's attack them. Let's.
Oh yeah. What I wanted to touch about, especially on our like, as much as Croatia still is getting bigger and like we have tourists, I would say we're still
technically we're getting smaller because we have less and less population every year.
Yeah, I know. But like in general, I wonder why that's happened. But yeah, we even still don't have that many other races. I would say we're still all like primarily Caucasians.
Fun fact, yes, we are. But fun fact with Croatia, I don't know if it's still true, but a couple of years ago we had like the most fair, or actually like the best laws in terms with minorities.
Yeah.
Because a lot of minorities actually have more benefits like than majority, which is Caucasian.
Yeah. I guess it's Caucasian. That's why.
White, basically.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. But I think
have kind of like, but I don't know if it's still true. I don't want to like say, oh, this is definitive because I don't know. But we actually have like, we are really good in terms of that. But yes, like the most minorities that we have are, what do we call them? Roms? Romanian?
I don't know what the proper term, but yeah.
People,
Islamic
basically
people,
the slander word is gypsies. I don't know which actual ethnic.
It's some like Chinese people. Like I know this one woman like in the neighborhood. Actually, I see her every day. And I actually wanna. I kind of actually want to get myself out of the comfort. No. I want to get myself actually the comfort zone, and I kind of want to like. I see her almost every day, like in the morning on the bench, like listening to like Chinese news on her phone or like a radio or something. I hear it every time I go by. I kind of like. I want to go out of my comfort zone, just like say hello if they like. I just want to like have like a actually like I'm interested in kind of a friendly conversation.
Like, you want because it's different like culture. Like you want to it's. Yeah, that's especially.
I want to get to know someone like that. Honestly, that's
because there's actually like in city I'm studying in. There's like a full-on sushi restaurant run by like Japanese people who are living here, and you get like it was so like weird when I like came in and was like I don't know, I hear konnichiwa. I am Japanese.
Honestly, I want to have more of that. I wish I was like in like a capital or some city like that, just where I could experience it. Because I would actually be that guy. I would kind of make myself a regular and like actually try to connect more with those people because I'm actually interested. I'm actually I'm the type of person.
Also, because Croatia is kind of a country where if you see, because there are some black people. But when you see a black man or a woman, everybody's like not racist. Like, oh.
Like, I'm not staring because I'm like, I'm like thinking racist things. I'm more like staring because I'm like, oh, it just surprises because I don't see it every day. Yeah, you don't see it every day. It still catches you off guard.
When I was in Malta, my uncle lived. He moved now. He lived across the street from a family that came from Nigeria. I remember once. We were riding a lift together, and I was like talking to the man, and he was like saying, "Oh yeah, I believe like I came here like 3 years ago with my family, like a child," and it's so interesting to talk about different stuff, different countries, stuff like it's.
That's the thing I wanted to say when we were younger. The game I want to say about this, the game that influenced us all as kids in a kind of wrong way, but not really. But we didn't know. Just GTA San Andreas. I remember a lot of people, all of us, even me, like referencing and saying, like learning all the swear words and shit from that game, and then saying it in school constantly. Yeah, and like not even knowing, because you're a kid, you don't know, and you're soaking everything in like a sponge because you're
Not
learning.
even that, but you didn't like know what English meant, but you would say like kind of like mimicking your voice and kind of like making words.
Okay, I'm gonna look up just GTA San Andreas N-word count. I just want to see how much. Wait, all of the. No, wait, that's just. No, that's even. Oh god, that's just GTA 5. That's even like. God damn it. Oh fuck. I don't know if there. I mean, but yeah, in general, yeah, that's the thing. It's just. It was very much.
Honestly, like in Croatia, especially with the like, I guess teens, it's very popular. Like, it is kind of racism is killing. I don't know if you noticed this, but like in recent years, a lot more people have been using like the N-word, not like in terms of slander, but more kind of as a slang.
Honestly, how like it became like their culture, like because they were like use it. That's the thing also, like if you use it constantly in songs, you're kind of promoting it. That's like what I'm like when you say it only we can say it. That's also I see it as a I don't know. It's
Again,
just
I am for like if they are kind of want to make a stake because there were some bad context that
of
were used with the N-word. So I'm like, yo, I don't want to like have a right. I want to write the word the N-word. Freedom of speech, like you know, like
I know.
Its own like huge history that's like that pretty much. I can't say gives right black people to like have a sole ownership of it because that's kind of like weird to say. But I'm like, okay, if you don't want me to say the N-word.
I'll say,
no
like,
problem.
we all kind of use it, but we all use it. We never use it in a racist. It's like it became our like casual thing, but like it's just like I see it as they used it before, like in a friendly way, as like saying as like a good friend or like a good friend.
Saying,
I would say.
You know, like so a lot of children are not gonna be like, hey, what's up, bro? They're gonna be like, hey, what's up, N-word. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's just because it works. I don't know for
some
what reason it sounds good.
It,
I don't know why. God damn it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some words just sound better.
Just media, like you said, with like with video games, movies, and everything. So it kind of like sticks in you, and I don't know. Like I said, that's a really touchy like subject.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
But that's like the thing. I don't know. How would you even justify it? God damn it. Maybe one day.
Yeah,
maybe one day. I'm
hoping. That's what I said. Like, honestly, if we break down, if society, like the society that which we live in, managed to break the barrier, well, like, where, like, a white man can go to a black man, say, hey, what's up, my word, whatever. Like, if that manages to happen, that's when you know that we reached utopia without anybody getting hit.
That's what I mean. That's. I think honestly, that when the older generation dies and newer goes like to the older generation, I think that will happen at one point. I hope. At least I hope.
I hope as well. Where we like all like when we literally, because what I always like to say, I don't care what race you are.
Yeah.
I care. Like, if you're an asshole, because let's say it's like a midnight, I'm walking alone, and I see a group of people. They can be all black, all white. They can be mixed. They can be all.
I'm honestly already like that. I really don't care.
I am crossing the street.
I see you as a human being. I see you as a person.
No, so there's no. I'm not gonna be like, oh, there's a group of white men all staring daggers at me. Gonna go walk past. No. I'm. That's like that.
The only thing the thing like what you said before. The only reason I would look at someone more is just because you're not used to seeing that like just a visual shock. That's just a visual shock.
Yeah,
it's like
you
oh,
said,
interesting. It's just interesting.
person. Like in Croatia, we're like mesmerized, or even Asian.
I'm always excited. To be honest, I'm mostly just excited because I'm like,
Honestly,
holy shit.
Is this racist? Is it racist for me to want to talk to a man just because he's black? Like, not like
I know what you mean. I know.
like,
I don't know.
talk to him.
Yeah, I wanna, because that's why I said we didn't have many people, and I wanna like experience more cultures. That's like the thing.
Yeah, especially in Karlovac. In Karlovac, I don't think there's.
I know there's like an Indian
Oh, you
guy
said the Chinese lady.
I know, there's actually a lot, especially lately in my store. I had an Australian guy that comes by every now and then. People from Germany, of course.
No, we're not talking about
but even also like, from different racial.
There is also, I know there's an Indian doctor in a hospital. Like a full-blown Indian.
There's an Indian guy that usually plays songs on his flute, like in the market area. Usually, like every now and then.
Yeah.
Karlovac is like I would say it's like a village. It's almost like a village compared to like some. Like we could fit this whole town in one building in the U.S.
I'm okay.
I mean, it's true. You know what I mean?
No, it's No, it's not a big city, and it's also very conservative.
Yeah.
I guess you can. Is that the right word to use? Like, there are a lot of like traditions that are like, especially like old people. Again, Croatia is filled there. We have a lot of old.
It's
a lot.
A lot of old people. They're very old. How do you say that in English? Fucking old.
Old timers.
Old time. No. That's I mean like starije stanovništvo. Old. I guess. I guess so.
65 and plus, basically.
Yeah.
Like we actually do have like because there's like that pyramid that's like like there should be most what do you call them? Most young people, then some middle-aged people, and at the end, what we have is like a lot of old, kind of like this kind
middle?
of not so many middle-aged, and then again like a bit more, but not as much as old like people, because a lot of young people and middle-aged people move out to work in Germany, Austria, and stuff like that. Canada.
I will say our town, like, honestly, even for all the corona and stuff that happened, our town is kind of getting better every day. I actually see progress in like the town trying, and like stuff is happening, and I'm actually kind of happy.
Honestly, yes, I see. So with our town, that's actually a testament to how times are changing.
Yeah.
Like we kind of touched on it before. If you like go and make every word offensive, now that's a bit too far. There's like a certain point at which like, and I believe like currently we're getting better. Like there, like there was this whole Black Lives Matter movement in 2020.
Tongue twister right there.
Like back in March, I believe. That shows like there's still like racism. Like there's a lot of racism, and I think that the amount of racist people in younger generations, like I don't know, like 20, let's say.
You know what I hate is when one man's action just suddenly like is like a spark. It just like there was fuel around the whole time, and just like that one man's action, that one moment or like footage that was captured or something that happens, that one thing that just goes viral and starts a whole fucking like thing. But it was always a thing. That's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why it's called a spark.
Yeah.
Spark, gunpowder barrel.
Yeah.
But no, because
that was the whole U.S. situation, at least.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, kind of like, so again, I don't want to be racist, but like those gypsies, I think it's Romans.
Yeah, I know. That's how we call them, at least. I don't know how the proper.
I don't know how because they're like in Croatian we call them Romi.
Yeah, Romi. What's up, my Romi?
A Rom, pa zoveš ih Romike, ne, onak.
But but
it's hard I don't know the translation. I guess I don't know I'm gonna go this deep, so I didn't check. terminology.
I love it.
Basically, like how we act towards them is basically like the racism that
Yeah.
that happens to black people, especially those who
Yeah,
live in.
I know. Yeah. True. I would say they're the black people of our,
They
like,
are
I
like
would say, yeah.
oh, Flodor. He's I think he was the one who told me because his aunt or something lives in America, and when
Hmm.
they came to Croatia, they kind of made that analogy. So I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where I
yeah,
got
yeah. Yeah, I also, I think I actually did that kind of a while ago. Yeah, I can, yeah, I would say that's like the greatest comparison you can do, I guess.
But that's honestly just, unfortunately, that's just how people are. Because I
It
don't
all
know,
comes down to
like,
people in the end. It just comes down to
it's not
people.
just like how white people are. It's like how everybody was. Like you take even
Stigma. It's
you
the stigma of the
take
older people.
Japanese people for example. They're quite racist, let me tell you. Like even not even towards like white and blacks. Like they're racist, but
Racist
to
to
other
everyone.
countries. Like they had
Everyone
a
but
whole
themselves.
thing during World War II where they were conquering and killing like
Yeah. That's the
Korean
thing. Yeah, their
people. Like
history. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's also, they have the same problem with us, where they have a lot of older people, and they're not getting much younger people. They have the same
there
problem.
are also a
So
lot of
that's why they
traditional.
have, yeah, and they are very traditional. Like us, we are also traditional. So that's why they have that problem, same problem. So that's why I say, like, give it more, probably like 20, 30 more years.
Yeah,
It'll start. There's also already, like, you can already see it happening,
yeah,
definitely. But it's just the start. This is just the beginning, I would say.
yeah. This is
Honestly,
basically kind of
this is that,
like
like, start, that line. Like, it just
like this
should go
is
up.
like what we're like starting the sprint. Like we
Yeah,
were like jogging, building up speed, but now we were just like starting like really go full
yeah,
speed. Oh wait, I should get yeah,
yeah.
but no. Oh
Honestly,
yeah,
this was a good discussion. I actually, yeah, I think
it's
this was pretty good.
we should maybe make points for each of these because I don't want anyone to think like we're
Yeah.
racist or anything or that we're
No,
offended.
no.
We're just,
Okay, we
like
should do like a clarification. I mean, we already said, like, I'm also like, I never, even like knowing all these words, I never in my life, like, I don't even know, why would I even want to be racist? Like, I never I guess that's the good thing about, like, our generation. I guess I never was born to, like, think racist thing. Like, I
yeah.
never,
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
honestly, we have our parents to thank for that because
Yeah. Mm,
a lot of people, like a child, is born. Like
yeah.
it's okay if it's mostly surrounded by white
You don't
children. If
choose where
it's
you're
black
born or
children,
who
they're
you
gonna be
are.
like, whoa, like they're gonna be just like us. They're gonna be like, whoa, but like it's not. They're not inherently born racist.
Yeah.
They're raised like race if they are racist. So
It's how
honestly,
you're
like
raised, and it's how your surrounding, like, what
yeah,
they do,
also like
like,
your
tell
friends
you.
and clique
Yeah,
and everything.
that's the thing that influences you the most, especially, like, in, well, all children. That's why we all learn fast when we're young, because we're all just soaking it in. We're just taking the information, and it's like going in our brain. Yeah,
That's how we then we don't form our opinions like until we hit puberty, and when we
yeah.
hit puberty, we're all depressed. So that's like and
I would say, like, even like some stuff I did like 3 to 4 years ago. If I go back, I would do the way different, like, some things way differently. Just like from, like, these few years I had, like, you keep changing, you keep learning, you keep.
insane.
I mean,
Yeah, honestly, if I would to go back in high school, I would be like I'm not saying like popular, but I would
yeah,
like
I
be
know.
much more out there. Like I would be.
Everyone has their regrets, but also then you think back, you also think, but then would I really want to do it? Then I would, I know, then the things I actually love now I wouldn't have, or like they wouldn't be the same if I changed
I
them.
don't
Like,
know. I'll actually okay.
because you grow.
That's nice. That is a nice point. That
Yeah.
yeah, it's like yeah,
You wouldn't
it's
have the
it's
same growth. You wouldn't have the same growth.
like you never realize how much how much you traversed in life
Yeah.
until you actually look back and see all the footprints that you left
Yeah.
behind.
Even like some of the painful shit, even like some of the, like, stupidest shit, like, you see now, only like how much that actually meant, and like stuff like that.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, that's like the thing because like when you're like growing, like let's take it for example, like you're growing up, you're like
Mm.
like mom is like, oh, you gotta call your grandparents, like call your grandparents. They're like, oh, fine, because like they're your grandparents. You don't really have any like topics like to talk about. Like you also see them a lot, but like later on, when you lose them,
Mhm.
you wish like you like you're like I wish
Mhm.
I can call my grandpa, grandma, or whatever, and
Yeah.
the same kind of thing even with parents. Like when you live with them
Yeah.
for every day, okay, it's not bad if you feel sick of your
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's
But
after
then when you
living with them,
go away, then you start missing also something.
and
Of
then you're
course.
like, man, I miss like I wanna like what are my parents up to? I wanna go
Yeah,
like I wanna go back and
like
then
you know like the thing when you go away like for a while and then like you come back like just like the simple like your mom's cooking or something like you try the like the simplest dish even how it doesn't matter how simple it is but it like reminds you it just reminds you of something right yeah. You know what I mean like stuff like that you know and yeah
oh
you're
yes,
just
yes, yes.
I like how we're all starting to be like sentimental like we're starting God what have we become what have we done
We're too
Seki
weak. We're too weak. No.
we are fucking disappointing our weeb community right now. They're all like, God, they're like, what?
Yes,
This no
we went from
anime? This no anime? This no
bro,
game? What is
we literally
this?
like went from 7 episodes like
Yeah, I know.
80% anime
But
to
you know what? I'm
100%
actually glad.
political
I'm
and
actually glad because honestly,
ah,
this is a thing that just should be like we can discuss about anime games all day long. We can discuss, but like
this is
these
like
things
okay,
should also be discussed. I
yeah,
think. Yeah.
honestly, as much as I love video
Yeah.
games
Yeah.
and everything, they're just fiction.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day, racism,
Reality.
that's real.
This is our
Like
reality. Yeah.
that's real. That like because again, I also like to say like anime, video games, they're a great way for people to express themselves from like different
Mm.
mediums, and you can actually learn, like
Yeah.
legitimately
Yeah.
learn
Yeah.
life from there. But at the end of the day, the best story is your own
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when only incels, yes, I'm calling them
The
incels, are
insults.
gonna say like, I only need anime. I get all the experience. Like, no. Like when you when you experience something for like in real life, it
Yeah.
hits way different. It's so much more like I'm not saying don't. I watch
I
anime like
guess you know. I guess that's why like isekai is like a whole like because it's like an escape. You know, in games in
yeah,
general,
it's
they're
been a
like an
while.
escape. They're like all media in general is just an escape from reality. We
Of course,
really
it's
need
entertainment.
sometimes. It's
It's
entertain. It's something to actually like calm us down. It's something we can just like lose ourselves into and just like have like it's a good positive thing for like anyone. I would say like it actually like I would say like cleanses the soul. It like helps. It definitely like
yeah,
helps.
yeah.
It's a good
Except if
thing.
it's
It's a
like
good.
shit adaptation, like X-Arm, for example. I don't know.
I want to see just someone who is like a big fan of that show. I want to see him
I
defend that. I want to
legitimately
speak to the person who would defend. I actually want to see if someone could defend that shit.
there
I want to.
there's someone.
I
There is
want to
some
find. Okay,
incel.
anyone, please, if you can defend that anime, please come to this show.
Yes, we will. Honestly, if you can defend
If you can
X-Arm,
defend that, I will fucking bow. I will.
if you make if you make actual good like if anybody like not like ironically not
Yeah.
oh I love it because it's bad no if you legitimately or
Defend
actually
it.
if you have any anime that's legitimately bad
Yeah.
and you don't see like why people think it's bad like it has a 4 out of
Yeah,
10
yeah,
on my
yeah,
anime
yeah.
you think it's come in contact like contact us please we will have you on the show because honestly, if anybody wants to discuss any kind, like we mentioned, like feminazis, feminists,
Yeah.
transgenders, if any of like, because I always say I always want to like talk to those people because I want
Yeah.
to know their perspective. Because what we have on the internet are just those loud, rude bunch.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to
If
come,
someone wants to like be rational, wants to have like a normal conversation,
yeah.
I'm down. Like I'll listen. Yeah, I'm down with that.
We will
Yeah.
we'll discuss. Maybe we'll change our minds. Maybe some viewers' mind
I
as
mean,
well.
hopefully, honestly, I'm
Yeah.
actually down.
So contact. I think we have our email in
We'll add it. We'll put it
our
if
channel like info.
yeah.
So if you want, just come in contact. Like again. Oh man.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm happy with this episode. I'm actually happy. We touched
Yeah,
on a
this
lot
was
of subjects, and
yeah.
I know we can even do
Wait,
more.
how did we
So
how do we get from piracy all the way to like Black Lives Matter and stuff?
Honestly,
like,
yeah, that's what I knew. Like, I knew some parts because I did want to talk about, but also some parts I knew because how we usually do it as well. We just
go
go
on a
on these
tangent.
subjects. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. I'm always proud like when we come like suddenly go
Yeah.
on somewhere else.
That's okay.
This
That's
is
like
a
when
good
you
proof.
know-
This is a good proof.
Yeah.
We touched so many fucking things on this episode.
Yeah.
Actually.
Man, oh man.
Yep.
I just hope we don't get clipped or something, man. Like cancel. Like we are only at 19 subscribers. Like let us grow, please. Oh, no.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this serious, touchy subject kind of episode, and I hope you guys like these kind of things, as I think we should do more of these in the future. But of course, we're gonna do our anime, we're gonna do our games, and this, I mean, we even did it a bit, but yeah, honestly, I'm happy. So.
Again, I love discussions. That's what, like when I said I wanted a podcast, I didn't just want a podcast.
Yeah. Strictly for yeah.
I was like, I want a podcast. I like to talk. If it's like, if you want to talk about makeup, I'm gonna be bored out of my mind. Why? Because I don't know anything about makeup or fashion or something like that. But with these topics that are interesting, like I can talk, you can talk. Like, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Anyways, I've been your boy, not your average crow. This has been your boy, Animatic. I hope to see you guys in the next episode. I appreciate all the support. We had pretty amazing support. I honestly every episode has got good viewership and everyone's been supportive. So I'm actually really thankful.
It's actually a good time, to mention this because again, I say this also on my personal channel. But when you start from zero, like having 10 views, 30 views, 50 views, whatever. That's like nothing compared to some people who get a million views per video. But to us, it's 50 views, it's 50 videos, 10 likes. It's like, wow, a comment. Like literally,
someone is watching, someone likes it. You know, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's like we did our job. So it's like thank you, like really, and it's really nice, to see because there are some people who left some comments.
Yeah.
There are some trolls, mainly our friends. Classic.
But yeah, I know. I even like someone. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. But yeah, so so I guess thank you for watching. Continue supporting. We're kind of in the process, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We can bicker. Why didn't you edit this? Why didn't you do this? We're like, but we're kind of. But we are slowly making a better and a better schedule or not schedule, but we're trying. Unlike Sven's lights in the background who gave up on life.
This is how my life is today.
Oh, but yeah.
And that's the way we should end it. Subscribe, share with your friends, anyone who you think you should be interested in the show. And we'll see you again in the next episode. Bye!
That's right. Bye. See you later. Professor.